Hello, everybody. Welcome to Strategize Your Business Online, the live design for entrepreneurs like yourself who are looking for a dose of business inspo and, of course, ideas to grow your business in the online space. My name is Dee Boswell-Buck, and I am the digital marketing strategist behind Boswell-Buck Creative Consulting. And what we do is we help you to connect to your ideal clients in the online space strategically and creatively so you can grow a business that you love and, of course, earn more revenue. So if you are watching this live, or if you are watching the replay, first of all, I want to thank you very much for tuning in. And I would love if you can put in the comments your name. So introduce yourself. Let us know about your business. What is it that you do? Who is your business perfect for? And who is it or how is it that you can help? And by all means, I would love if you can also share where we can find you on social media. So, right now, this live is being done on LinkedIn. Hello, LinkedIn. But I'm a big believer in repurposing content. So if you happen to be watching this live, which we'll be watching the replay later, if you happen to be watching it, then by all means, still, those instructions, follow through. Let us know where we can find you, what it is that you do, what is your business all about, how it is that you can help. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. So I'm going to start by asking you to look far. I want you to, or maybe you can even like close your eyes and imagine. Now, envision this. It's been months or maybe years, and you are in a relationship and you want to take that relationship to the next step. And this next step, it's that relationship with the love of your life. And this next step that I'm talking about, it's common law or marriage. Now, when I say those words, you know that common law, being in a common law relationship, living with that person that is the love of your life, getting married to that individual, well, that takes a major commitment. And what does that commitment look like? Let's talk about it. It means stepping up into the relationship. It means being more attentive. It means that you're consistently showing up. It means that you are always keeping things fresh. It means that you are, for the most part, trying to be caring and always sharing and maintaining conversation. It also means that you are continually gaining trust. And of course, you are maintaining that trust as well. And being with the love of your life, it's like give and take, right? It means you're always there for each other. So that means that you are not only being helpful, but you're also asking for help. So, did you like step into that? If you did, I now pronounce you a serious couple or married. Now, I hope that, what I just did here, this thing that I'm asking you to like step into this relationship, like using your imagination, my goal was not to frighten you off. In fact, I want you to stay to watch this live. But my goal was actually to help you to get a bit of a chuckle. I mean, when I write content for Boswell Buck Creative, I like to, share a little bit of a laugh, put a bit of, I want people to feel that they've learned something and also that they've, got some education. And in a lot of cases, I want people to leave with a smile. Well, this is actually my lead in for today's live. And here's my spectacular title. We always love to think of like a spectacular title. The title of this live is called Saying I Do. Is your business ready for the social media commitment. So before I continue, again, if you're watching this live, if you are watching the replay, welcome. Be sure to introduce yourself in the comments. Let me know who you are. Let us know where we can find you on social media. I would love to see what you are doing as well. And let me continue. Now, if you are in your business now and you are contemplating moving forward with having a certified digital marketing team manage your social media, then I'm really glad that you're tuning in because today I will be sharing 5 ways, five, that you will have to actually be committed in this relationship with your digital marketing team. I hope I got your attention. I mean, having a digital marketing team, well, that makes things easier for your business. Now, for us, we are, a certified digital marketing team, and we are perfect for the business owner who wants to stay in their zone of genius. They want to be hands off, and they want to know that they are showing up consistently. So, yes, life will definitely be easier because, again, you get to stay in your zone of genius. However, for us and for many digital marketing teams, there will be a bit of a commitment from you, the entrepreneur, from you, the business owner. So, let's get into it. Number one is time. Now, I hope I didn't scare you off with that because you're thinking, great, I reached out to a digital marketing team so I can save time. And here is Dee telling me that I'm going to have to make sure that I give time to this team. Calm yourself down, and I'm going to explain the whole purpose of time. Definitely, you are not going to be writing your content, and your content is going to be shared by a team who excels in that area. But what I'm talking about is that for your time, we would require for you to be aware of what is going on in your industry. Let us know, like, what are the latest updates in your business as well. And then we want you to share it with us or whichever digital marketing team that you're working with, you need to share that information with them. Now, I'd like to share what it is that we do with that information. We take those details, and what we do is we do some research. We do a bit of a deep dive into, what it is that you shared with us in terms of what is going on in your industry. We go online, and then that way we are able to curate content in your brand voice. And we write content that, again, is not only engaging, and you know what, depending on your brand voice, sometimes it could be a little bit fun. Sometimes your content could be more on the serious side. But we share the type of content that answers the questions for your audience before they ask the question. Sometimes people don't know that they need you, and if we can educate your audience ahead of time, then we are able to let people know, like, let your audience know and understand what it is that you do, how it is that you can help, and then they'll want to reach out to you. And also, the content that we write will allow you to be viewed as the thought leader in your industry and also the expert in your field. Number two, being responsive. Now, again, we are perfect for the business owner who wants to be hands off. And that being said, we still need a little bit of attention from you. And what that is that from time to time, we may reach out to you. And when we reach out to you, we may require some input, and from time to time, we'll need a bit of direction. So, that being said, you'll want to make sure that you are able to respond back to your digital marketing team in a reasonable amount of time. Now, for us, whenever we reach out to our clients, I don't think I cannot remember a time when it's been urgent. So when we say reasonable, we can even go like 24 hours. Sometimes we work ahead. And, when you give us back that information that we need, then we're able to plug it in where we need it. Like, let's say if we're writing our social media up for you. So for us, another part where we need you to be responsive is that we write your social media content for you. This is what our team does at Boswell-Buck Creative Consulting. We write your social media content for you. We are full service. So every single week, on a specific day of the week, you will receive your content ahead of time, and then you have a certain amount of time to review it. For us, it's 36 hours to 48 hours to review that content. And we put a time limit on that because we know that you are busy. And we just want to make sure that you are able to review your content within a reasonable amount of time. And when you are able to review it in a reasonable amount of time, then we are able to take that and take a look at what you've put into the content in terms of possible edits or some possible suggestions, and then we will do those edits for you, and then we will send it off to be scheduled. On average, our clients, they are looking at the content like at a minimum of 10 to 15 minutes. And yeah, so a minimum of 10 minutes to take a look at the content, send it back to us. And then the following week, it starts all over again. The thing is that in that case, you are only reviewing the content and you are saving hours when it comes to writing your content. You are saving hours because you are not thinking about what it is that you need to write. So, in order for us to keep you consistent, we just require you to be responsive in that particular area. Number three, a willingness to contribute about your business. And I don't mean about your business as in your personal business, but I'm talking about, um, you know, being contributing about your actual business, like what it is that you do and how it is that you help your audience. Now, in many cases, like most social media platforms, it's very visual. Now, here we are on LinkedIn. And what's really great about LinkedIn is that you could show up on a live like this. You can share a video, you can share an image. And what's pretty cool is that you can like just do text. And on other platforms, again, you have a lot of visuals that are happening. So with that, we are going to ask for some images that we can share on behalf of yourself, your team. We'll ask for images that we can share, possibly like what's going on behind the scenes. And believe it or not, we do have some clients who are like, H to the E double hockey sticks. D, I am not a fan of like showing my picture on social media, and that is okay. So in that case, we can get around that because we've got some really great licensed images that we can use. And they're not the images, like, I don't know if you've ever been on social media and you'll see those images and they look like a stock photo, right? And the thing is that everybody can tell that it's a stock photo and it's not an image that really represents your brand. So we've got a lot of licensed images that we can share on your behalf. Or maybe it means that, if you got a really clean desk and it could be like a behind the scenes type of image where it is a picture of your desk or it is a picture of product that you are actually selling. So sometimes, we can get around it, and often we may need some images for you. Now, I want to touch on the fact that we might need some images for you. Now, we have seen individuals where, not necessarily clients, but we have had to deal with this, where it's like they use the same images or they have the same images and they revert to these images over and over and over again. And that could mean that perhaps you've got these brand photos, or perhaps you got these great headshots, and maybe you only received like 5 headshots, and these images are being used over and over again. Or perhaps, you have a lot of professional images and we are using these images. What tends to happen is that your audience, they go through something called image fatigue. Now, image fatigue is if your images, they typically look the same way, or these images are recognizable, meaning that they have been used often. And I've seen it where people, they use the same headshot of themselves and then they knock out the back and then they put their headshot with a new background. Well, you know what? Your audience, they see that it is the exact same headshot. And you will notice that, when you are first using those headshots, the engagement is really off the chart. Like people are like, oh my gosh, this is really great. I love what you said. Oh, this image is really great. And then what tends to happen is that when you are using this image over and over and over again, or when you are using your professional photos. So for instance, I'm thinking back to, I got a really great set of professional photos done, and I chose 82 of them because I happen to be online a lot. Now, with my social media content, I do not just stick with the professional images. I shake things up a little bit by putting in images of myself that are the casual images. I love to share that I love to go for a walk for exercise, or perhaps I love to go running. I love going running in the weekend. I love going running in the winter. So I will share those types of images. The other day, my daughter and I, we went to the circus and we shared some images of like the stage and things like that and tagged. So the thing is that when somebody goes across my social media, they don't just see the professional images, they see some images that we have from our licensed photos that are on brand. They also see some images where, it is the casual Dee Boswell-Buck. So that's what I'm saying. When you are sharing images that are looking fresh, that are looking different, and you can use images repeatedly, but like I said, I have seen it where people are using the same image over and over and over again, or it's the same type of image. So that leads to image fatigue. So what you want to do is just shake that up. I gave a really good tip. And by the way, if you're listening to this and you are thinking that this is a really great tip and you are thinking that you need to get some new photos, then by all means, jump into my DMs and let me know. And I would be happy to share, a couple of great photographers that I work with and, just let them know that Dee sent you and connect with them. So that was number 3. Number 4, we have keeping your team up to date. What is going on in your business? Not in your personal business, but what is going on in your business, in your company that you are running? I'll give some examples. Perhaps you've got a promotion coming up. Now, for us, we always ask, like, what's going on? Like, do you have any promos going on? Do you have any sales or are you launching something? We would love if you could let us know. We love to know way in advance, though it's okay if you let us know like with a short time frame. However, when you let us know way in advance, then what happens is that we can start like sprinkling the crumbs. I don't know if that's the term, but sprinkling the crumbs so that even though your launch is going to be in 3 months, we can have one social media post that talks about the fact that you take care of this type of service so that when we start getting closer to that launch, then we can start sharing that launch more often. Now, we do this because we don't want it to be that when you have to go like really full on with talking about this launch, everybody should be very much aware that this is natural and this is what you do. It shouldn't be, oh, I didn't know that Dee takes care of something like this. But if we are just sprinkling that with bits and pieces of content beforehand, then when you are ready to hit go and share more about that launch that is happening, then it's going to be natural. More people are going to want to learn more, and most likely you'll be able to like get more people on board with that. Another thing is that, did you receive some fantastic news in your business? I'm thinking about, a client who said, Dee, I am going to be on the news. And, I got booked to be on the news and I'm going to be on the news next week, Dee. Well, to me, that is 2 or 3 pieces of content. Now, most people think that the piece of content out of that is the day that you are on the news. And then it's like, here I was on the news. But no, the moment that, our clients let us know that they have like a media opportunity, well, right there, we are able to write a social media post and create some buzz. And that buzz could be, oh my goodness, I am just so excited that next week I am going to be on this particular news channel. And then right away, you've got many people who are going to be cheering you on. Another thing is that because you've created that initial buzz, then you now will have more people who will actually tune in to watch it live. And then when you actually go live on that news channel, well, then there is your second piece of content. Another thing is that maybe you are going away to a conference. So, again, that's like 2 pieces of content in my mind. It's not just talking about when you were there, but this could be another announcement where it's like, wow, I am heading off to this conference that's happening in Detroit. I'm thinking about a client who went to a conference in Detroit. So, I'm using her as an example. I'm going to this conference in Detroit and it's going to be in 2 weeks. And I'm really excited. And the conference is called such and such. Now, the reason why this is a great piece of content is that it is telling your audience that you are going to a conference that is within your industry. And also, it shows your audience that you keep up to date with what is going on in your industry. So actually, that those are really bonus points right there. And then, of course, when you are at the conference, that's another opportunity where we can share some information while you're there or when you get back. Number 5 is we would love for our clients and or your digital marketing team would love for you to commit some time that you are going to be able to review your insights and your analytics. So being on social media is great. And it's always great to be strategic as well, but the numbers don't lie, right? So you want to be able to know what's happening, even though you are hands off. You want to know are things working? So what we do at Boswell-Buck Creative is that we get together with our clients every single month and we meet with them for about half an hour or so and we go through the insights. So how are you doing on LinkedIn? These are the numbers. How are you doing on Instagram? These are the numbers that we pulled from the platform, Facebook, YouTube, etc. We will go over that with our clients. And then another reason why it's really important for you to be there is that not only are you able to review the numbers, but this is a great opportunity to talk about the other things that the other things that are happening in your business, that promo that's coming up, the workshop that you are going to be having. And then, of course, you want to be able to, of course, celebrate what is really working and also discuss what needs improvement. Now, I'm about to conclude, but I'm going to go over everything again. Now, again, working with your digital marketing team, it requires commitment. And it's kind of like living with the love of your life or being married, okay? You need to have a commitment. And I talked about the 5 things, such as time to give to your marketing team where you can be more aware of what's going on in your industry and share that with your team. And also, of course, if you're in that committed relationship, you want to be able to give time to that relationship as well. Then we've got being responsive. So you want to make sure that you are able to get back to your digital marketing team in a timely manner so you are able to give them the information that they need. And if you're in a relationship, you need to be responsive, right? Then, of course, there is the willingness to contribute. So, what is going on in your business? What is it that you can let us know that's happening so that we are able to curate social media content that's really going to resonate with your audience and have you be looked upon as being the thought leader in your industry? And of course, you need to be able to contribute to your personal relationship as well. And then we've got communicating, like what is happening in your business. So, communication is always so important in all relationships. So, we need the constant communication as well. And then, of course, we have for us reviewing your insights. So, going over those numbers. And in a relationship with someone else, you got to review the relationship. Okay. You can't just coast and assume that everything is okay. And, as a couple, you two can talk about and it could be you could speak about it in a gentle manner, or hopefully it doesn't get heated. But if it does, it's not a bad thing, because it's saying that, hey, this is something that we really need to work on, right? So always look for opportunities to review with what is going on with your social media content. um, Take a look at the numbers. Take a look at how the audience is acting. Take a look at, like, how many hits are you getting to your website, or how many people are actually joining your email list. And of course, how many people have actually booked a call with you, because that is one of the main things that social media management, like having a team do that for you, is getting more people to reach out to you. So, are you still ready to get into a committed relationship with your social management team? If you are and you'd like to learn more, well, then I invite you to book a free discovery call with my team. My company is called Boswell-Buck Creative Consulting. However, you can find me online at dboswellbuck.com/contact. So when you go there, you will be able to fill out a very quick form that is going to let us know about your business and some of the challenges that you are having. And then you can send it through. And then after that, you will be able to book a free discovery call. And if you are not ready to get into a committed relationship with Boswell Buck Creative Consulting, then you know what? You can date us. Hold your horses here. I don't mean like date on a personal level. I mean, you can date us, because what you can do is you can get on our email list. So every single Monday at 10:02 a.m., we send a fresh piece of content to your inbox. And that inbox is filled with easy, doable, actionable tips that you will be able to apply to your business. So that is about it. Let me know what you thought about this, if you've learned anything, if you've learned about anything when it comes to the commitment that you need to have to, connecting or working with a digital marketing team. And I want to thank you so much for watching. I will be back next week to talk about how you can strategize your business online. Thanks, everybody. Have yourself an amazing week.